Yep, I'll be home for Christmas, yeah. Too broke to go anywhere. Where else am I going to be? You know what I mean? Unless you want me over at your place. Hey, 736 Pacific Points, Cabo Enterprises, ITD, and Jack in the Box. Not bad. It's Elway Akeda. I mean, not bad. It's pretty damn good. Good morning, guys. It is Monday, December 13th. Let me just get these over to the chat real quick.
So while you do that, joining us in the Zoom room right now, and I must say, Mayor's Council of Guam President, Mayor and PD Mayor Jesse Alec, that is not a virtual background.
Wow.
Oh, no, this is not.
That is an incredibly, wonderfully decorated Christmas display.
Oh, thanks. It's just.
This whole thing. Oh, what? No, we just threw this together because no biggie.
The color palette is very, very nice. So like shades of
gold. Yeah.
Calming, don't you think?
Mayor, can you kind of show us that display though? Because I know I heard you got a little bit of the decorating in your blood. But what are we looking at here behind you?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Can you show us a little bit of your display that's behind you? Because it looks really nice.
Yeah. Well, that's the tree.
Yeah.
So it's orchids. I use it's just gold and white is kind of what I was trying to do this year.
Right.
And yeah, so it's orchids and of course my gold ornaments and there's these white kind of ceramic ornaments with, I don't know if you could really see it, but white ceramic with gold. Yeah, that's about it. And then my Nino. So that Nino is actually my grandmother's Nino. And so it's quite old. It's real heavy. It's not the typical lightweight fiberglass ones that you see.
Wow.
It's real heavy. So it's I like it.
Well, good thing you weren't able to enter the decorating contest. With your home display, Mayor. Let's go ahead and start there. So I know that you guys, and we talked about it last week, Mayor, was at the Mayor's Council of Guam. You guys were getting competitive and having a little bit of a Christmas decorating contest, the Gift of Family Belen contest between the villagers. And we do have the winners this morning, right?
We do have the winners.
So, Mayor, stand by. Hold on. Tell us a little bit about the contest first so Jason can get the pictures and videos.
So as we were talking about it, we weren't hearing too many people. I wasn't hearing too many mayors share their experiences, sharing their design ideas, or whether they were going to participate or not. And I figured after a while, I said, well, you know what? If I know my colleagues, they're competitive. And, I had to leave for personal reasons. And so, of course, I worked on our Belen in advance. And it just so happened that, a lot of the PDN people live in PD, so they caught wind of it. And so they took a picture of it, and they put it on their front page, I think, one time. And then everyone was commenting about it, right? And I said, well, you know what? I had planned that blend way before we thought about a contest. And so it's good that it inspired people and that it allowed my colleagues to get competitive. And so we decided on a Belen contest to promote our foster care program, and that's the Gift of Family. And the winners, of course, they'll receive cash prizes, and these cash prizes came out of our dues, so it's our personal money. And $2,000 to the first place winner, $15,000 to the second place, and $1,000 to the third place. And basically, they're just going to. They're hopefully going to use that money to promote our Gift of Family program. And there was a report on how many applicants or new applicants for foster families we received or public health received.
Right.
And we're hoping to at least get them 19 new families. And so I think we're on our way there. They have 11 so far since we started the campaign. And so we're just really hoping that through our competitive spirit and getting our people involved in putting together the blend, we'll spread the word and hopefully encourage more people to look into foster parenting, because it really is a big issue for us on Guam. And we still have over 400 children that need foster homes and less than 50 foster parents and less than 50 foster families. And so that's the genesis of the program or the project. And last night we had our judging, and it took a while. We had the judges went around. I don't know the judges by name. Our executive director, Angel Sublon, was charged with making sure that this was taken care of, just to be impartial. But I did receive the results from Angel. Gosh, it was late. It was after 10 for sure last night, and we got our 3 winners. So I think all the 19, all but one, I believe, participated in the blend contest. What I'd like to do is we'll send out a release letting everyone know where these displays are at, so that we can encourage residents to drive by the villages, take a look at the displays. I think everyone put out something really beautiful. I think everyone's a winner because most everyone participated, with the exception of one. And I say that because, you can never make a Belen wrong.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Right. And so I think it's great. It's great that most of us, the majority, participated, and like I said, I think we're all winners in our own right. And so,
I agree, Mayor. You could never make a Belen wrong, but I got to say that me and my cousins were wrong when we put our G.I. Joes and He-Man figures with the Belen, the nativity scene. Probably wasn't the best thing to do. Grandma didn't like it so much, but
Yeah. Well, I think every family has a story. Every family has a story about that.
Yeah. Well, in our family, it was He-Man and G.I. Joes. I was like, yeah, the ship is in, Grandma. The ship is in. They're Seabees. They're on their way to Covington. They're going to build a manger. And so, okay.
I recall one of my cousins putting their, the back in the day when they had those, they had the little army, I don't know, military.
Yeah, the army men. Yeah, the army people.
Yeah. Yeah. So I remember seeing that in the ballet back in the day.
Right. And I think we have the videos. Okay, we're going to stretch a little bit. Mayor, just real quick on the foster family program. I wanted to just commend you and the Mayor's Council, because this is great that you guys, and we don't see this really, hardly see it anywhere else in the government, where you get an organization like the Mayor's Council of Guam to champion a cause like this. I think it's really great because you guys didn't have to do anything. I mean, no one had to do anything about the foster families. I mean, I know you see the same stories on the news that we report on, and for you to take this cause as the president and to kind of hold it close and then get all of the other village mayors to really champion it. I mean, I can't even commend you enough. It's huge. It's so huge that you've already signed up 11 foster families. These 11 kids who would have spent Christmas. I mean, hopefully we could get it, everything done, all the paperwork by Christmas. But I mean, these 11 kids who had nowhere, no family, no nothing. And through your efforts at the council, I mean, I don't want to pour it on too thick, Mayor, but I was thinking about it this weekend, and I just want to commend you and the rest of the mayors for really doing something that truly is going to impact this community and make a difference for these kids.
Thanks. Yeah, I do certainly owe it all to my colleagues as well. We share in that pride because, like I said in the very beginning, we work with these families all the time. And we're so concerned about all the other external issues that we experience day in and day out. But we sometimes forget about the real issues, and it's our livelihood. It's the lives of our children, the lives of our families. And with the 11 new applicants and hopefully 19 soon enough, hopefully more than, hopefully families, children, siblings will have a home to live in while they're waiting reunification, or if not, a permanent home. And so thank you for recognizing that, and thank you to KUAM as well for being a good partner in this. I mean, the station has really been helping us promote our Gift of Family campaign, and we certainly appreciate it, because it's really not it's all of us, it's for all of us. It's an island-wide issue, and we're just happy to be a part of it. And it's just one of the many things that I think we can do to, the positive things that we can do as mayors and vice mayors.
That's so key to me, mayors, is you guys taking the time to look around and say, hey, what can we do? And then making a decision to do it. I think that's huge, and we have the winners now, right? And so the Belen contest, Mayor. If you want to start, we have the first place, and then what was the video?
Our third place winner. Our third place winner is. Do you know where they're? Oh yeah. Oh, our third place winner. So you know what? Our third place winner. I have to say, I'm very excited about this village because. I know they've always had resources, and I'm just so glad that they put that forward for Christmas. Unfortunately, I was not able to take a look at their display, but I know it was a live display, a live Belen display. So if anyone saw it and they have a recording, we'd like to see it as well. But the third place winner goes to the Manila Mayor's office.
Okay,
and I'm excited to see what they have put together.
And that was a live Belen display. So if you're looking at it and you saw them move, don't freak out. It's normal. They're alive. It's alive.
Live. I don't know. Did anyone see it? I did not see it, and I didn't get any photos on it.
We might have got one.
So are they kind of like animatronics, or
No, I think they're people.
No.
Oh, okay.
Human.
Yeah, I don't think we got the budget for animatronics, Jay.
This is not Disneyland, Jay.
Are they artificial intelligence, Mayor?
Hey,
this guy, man.
No, really, really low tech, and yet still
I am Jesus' father. There's no more room at the inn. We're not in. We're out.
No, but I mean, you can actually buy these days, like they have like the deer, the one that's kind of like like with limited movement and everything like that.
I like how we're both like doing our robot.
Yeah. Had that.
Yeah. So it's low tech and still very, very effective. So
this video, this is Mongmong Toltu Mighty, right, Mayor?
Right. So the second place there was a tie for second place, and that was Mongmong Toltu Mighty and Agani Heights. And I did send a clip of I sent Chris a clip of MTM, and one of the things they had, I think, a little a koi pond, and they had some live, I think it was chickens around the area, and it's real nice.
Someone just sent me a Agani Heights video.
Yeah, I got that too. So
okay.
Okay.
Wait, let me show this real quick.
Well, let's not mess it up, Jay, because he's trying to do the winner. So
okay.
Third place was Mungie Town, right?
Right.
Second place, Mayor?
Second place was Thai, Mongmong Toltu Mighty, and Agani Heights.
Okay, and so we played Mongmong Toltu Mighty. Let's play Agani Heights.
Okay, so here and there is that deer, but that's like next generation Bernardo right there, because they've even it's got the motion to it, but then it's also got some LEDs around it. That's really, really nice.
Yeah.
Right. It was nice.
Very. There's a lot of flowers too.
They have the advantage of their stage. Have you seen their stage in Agani Heights?
We're looking at it now, Mayor, and it looks like they might have got all the lumut on Guam.
Yeah.
Atlanta, Mayor, save some lumut for the rest of us. The jungle's naked right now. Wow, that's beautiful.
While I'm here, I have to put a plug in for ours because I really liked ours, and my guys they really worked hard. I'm looking for it and I can't find it.
Also, that's great camera work by the Agani Heights Mayor's office to kind of like take you through like the entire nativity scene and.
Right.
Very nice.
It was for sure.
So that's
and then our first place winner is, of course, I didn't think about this, but you know what? Those guys they always put together a good display for liberation. So our first place winner was Santorita Sumay. So congratulations,
Jay. Santorita Sumay.
Yes.
What do you think pushed their Belen over the top, Mayor?
I'm not sure. I only saw the photo this morning. I don't know if that was all of it. I know that it was. I know they won, but I'm not sure if it was all of it. I don't recall, and I haven't spoken to anyone about it as well. But whatever it is, the judges, and I don't know who the judges are because, like I said, Angel Sablon was in charge of that. And I did see the judges when they came to PT, and I didn't know a single soul. So that was a good thing.
Well, I think if you would have won, it would have been like people would have been hating on it anyway.
Okay, and this is Santorita Sumay, Chris? This one?
Let me see. No, this is Petey.
Oh, that's Petey.
Petey, they didn't win. but we're just showing it because the
But
mayor's
look
on
at how nice it is all around
up in the tree, Mayor. Leche, how did you guys get that up in the tree?
It's called climbing. Don't you know we're micronutrients?
That's it. You're right. Wow, that's pretty cool.
That's actually really, really innovative.
It is.
You always see like some people, they do think it's always at ground level. You guys actually made use of the tree as stage.
As natural scene. Yeah. Natural. It was almost all natural for sure.
Yeah, they put him up in the tree because the wild pig.
And the human beings.
Yeah. Mayor,
well,
Alan, do you have a background in stagecraft?
He does. Yeah.
No. You're funny. I don't.
No, that is really, really nice. I mean, and the fact that you can walk like all around it. So I mean, it's immersive.
It is. So that our Belen, I'm going to talk about it because I'm on. Our Belen is in three. You know, there's three sides to that Belen, and the first it's the Nativity, the Holy Family, right? Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, and then if you walk to the right of the tree, it's the three kings scene. And then if you walk towards the back of the tree, it's the shepherds.
Wow. Covered all the bases there.
Covered all the bases, yeah. So I think it's cool.
And Mayor, all of these displays are going to remain up, of course, through the holidays.
For sure. Yes, for sure. Yeah.
Nice. So guys, make a trip out of it. You know what I mean? Maybe you could break it up. I don't know if you could do the whole island in one night unless you got the whole night. But break it up, check out the north, bring the kids, take some pics, then go central. Southern trip is going to be awesome.
Yeah. And hopefully, we'll get that released out soon enough so that we can let everyone know where these displays are at, because not everyone put them close to the mayor's office. But they're definitely in a good spot at the village, so it shouldn't be too difficult.
Mayor, I want to get the info. So I know that we're doing this foster family outreach, right? So if anyone listening is interested, who do they call, or is there an email or somewhere that they can find out more information about becoming a foster parent for the holidays?
Yeah, so the easiest thing is to call your mayor's office or call a mayor's office, and the staff will get your contact numbers and will connect you to the proper people, whether it's public health or Harvest House or the Archdiocese of Agana. We work with as many people as we can to get as many applicants as we can. And so, yeah, the easiest thing is to call your mayor's office to get on a list or to get a return call from the government side or from the public health side.
Right. And guys, they do have, there's the regular foster family, and then they also have temporary situations where kids are maybe in transition and they need some place to stay. So I know a lot of people kind of consider the commitment of becoming a foster parent, and it is. I mean, let's just be honest, it's a big commitment, right? So maybe you start by doing something a little more temporary to try it out. But Mayor, again, I got to commend you guys for getting that many interested applicants. I think it's great.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, and baby steps, right? And you're right. If you're not able to full on foster, but you're willing to participate in some way or to assist in a particular way, give us a call. We'll set you up with an informational meeting so you could just see what it's all about and how you could actually help. I know that I mentioned earlier on as we started the campaign that the programs don't necessarily need in-kind donations, but certainly if you're willing to and you have the ability to, no one is going to turn you away from, whether it's Harvest House, whether it's Catholic Social Services or public health itself. No one will turn any kind of contribution away. But if you're willing to just listen, just to see what it's all about, give a mayor's office a call and get on a list, and we'll certainly connect you to the right people.
Thank you for
that. And
that.
again, the slogan, I mean, the gift of family, I mean, that's just such a wonderful thing.
Yeah, that's, it was real close to the heart for most of us when we thought about it, because when you see a family that's struggling that comes to your office and it may not even just be money, it could be anything. And, it's real difficult. And knowing that we're heading towards Christmas, I mean, what better way to spend Christmas than with family or someone close to you? And if you don't even have a roof over your head, how difficult could that be? So we're certainly grateful and thankful for the things that we have, and we're privileged to have this ability to help, even if it was at least one child. We're glad that we could do this. So thank you again for the partnership as well.
I just have one final question, if I could, Mayor, because yesterday was when the Guam Hogs had their annual candy run. I actually caught them when they were going through Dedido and everything. Were you in the village? And did you see them when they rolled through PD? Because of course, motorcycle enthusiasts always love that strip of road going through PD, Assen, all the way down to Sumai, because it's such a great place to ride.
Right, those guys, they've been doing that for years, and we do commend their work. They go through a low-cost housing, and we don't have any low-cost housing in PD.
Okay.
Yeah, so no, they don't, and we've talked about that, and for us, it's yes, there's a struggle, right? Not everyone in PD is living lavishly, but those homes, those low-cost homes, or the government subsidy homes, that's their target. So we don't have any of those neighborhoods. Well,
certainly you heard them when they rode by, right? It's kind of hard not to hear 200 Harleys pass by.
Not hear a motorcycle go by. Yeah. I mean, as awkward as it seems, I mean, even in a funeral, it's like if they're escorting a funeral.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think half a day sit it's
like as soon as you hear that, everybody stops what they're doing and they're like, oh.
Well, for me, I don't know if I'm making a sign of the cross, but I'm like, okay.
Mayor, I wanted to switch gears before we let you go, though, because I was talking with someone over the weekend, and the topic came up in conversation about the battle for the hearts of our village mayors. And who's battling for your hearts? Well, I would say it's probably Governor Lulian Guerrero and Congressman Michael San Nicolas. Relative to this whole, exactly how much money are the mayors supposed to get out of whether it's ARP or these village funds, non-entitlement, whatchamacallits, or whatever it is. So this conversation I had with this person was basically about the election next year. And if you guys know your politics, the mayors are crucial in any election effort, especially by like a gubernatorial team. So anybody knows that if you're going to be running for a governor, that you got to be good to the mayors, because I mean, where do we vote? We vote at the village level, right? And so that's just the reality of it. Is I'm not saying like the mayors do anything illegal or untoward or corrupt or anything for any gubernatorial team. I'm just saying that's the way it is, right? As they always try and like kiss up to the mayors. And so what we have here is we have this situation where the governor has said, oh, they're getting X amount of dollars, but Congressman San Nicolas has come out and said, oh, no, they're not supposed to get X amount of dollars. They're supposed to get X amount of dollars, right? And last we heard, Adelup called out the congressman and said that he was being irresponsible and that he should know better, and saying, and leading you guys on basically about how much money you're supposed to get out of these different various funding sources. And so have you had another conversation with Adelup about how much exactly you're supposed to be getting? Because it is a little awkward when you have the administration saying, oh, we're going to give you 13 million or 17 million or whatever, but then you have the congressman saying, oh, no, you guys could get like 50 million. So where are we with that?
So I did, after that press conference, I did have a conversation with Adelup, and 17 million is something that we're working on to get to the mayor's council, and we'll have another meeting sometime this week, hopefully early part of this week, to talk about how that's going to get to the mayors, whether we're So at this point, I don't believe we're waiting on any other guidance or any other kind of direction as to how we're going to spend the money. I think it's just an internal process that we're working on at this point. I don't know the details because we have not yet set that meeting date, but we're certainly. I did have that communication with them, and 17 million is the total or is the sum that we're working on giving to the mayors as of now. Whether there's more or not, I don't know, and I can't answer to it, but I can just say that 17 million in whatever form is going to be transmitted to the mayors. And I think, Chris, that has been my concern all along, was the breakdown as to how we were gonna equal the 17 million, because as you were saying earlier, there's just all these names, all these titles of everything.
Right. You got ARP,
and
you got the
for me,
infrastructure.
it's like, yeah, I mean, it just kind of, it muddles everything. And I say that simply because I'm not trying to play politics with it. If 17 million is coming to the mayors, then show us how the 17 million is coming to us. Whether it's coming from A fund, B fund, C fund, anybody's fund. Just let us know how it's coming so that I can let the mayors know, okay, this 17 million is in fact going to the mayor's council in this manner. And that's really all I'm asking for is a breakdown. And if it, like I said, we talked about ESF, the Education Civilization Fund for the after school program and the summer school program. If that is a part of the 17 million, then just let us know so that we don't say, well, that's, I don't know, I believe it was somewhere around maybe 10 million. If that was 10 million, then 7 million is the balance. And how are we going to apply the 7 million? But I don't want to confuse everything. And I would rather that there just be a breakdown and let us know, okay, Jesse, this is how it's going. This is how we're going to equal 17 million. This is how you're going to get, there's a fly. This is how you're going to get 17 million, right? So that's what I'm hoping I'm going to get, is a breakdown this week.
And then when you guys get that 17 million and it goes into the mayor's council account, how does it get broken down from that point? Because 19 villages, right? 17 million, and you don't even know what these funds are going to be used for. So are we even there yet in determining, okay, this part of the 17 million is going to go to this project in this village, or
we're not, because there's also there are other projects that have been committed to the mayors, independent of the council, and if that's going to be inclusive in the 17 million, that's necessary. That's necessary to understand whether it's inclusive of street light repair or new installation, whether it's road repair that's not directly through the mayor's council, but it is benefiting the mayor's council, then we'll need to know that as well, so that we're not banking on 17 million. So I don't know if it's 17 million cash that's coming to the mayor's council, but I know it's 17 million that's going to benefit the mayor's council.
Well, do you think you should know? You should know at this point?
Oh, yeah. No, I don't. I think we should know. And that's why when someone asked me, I said, well, you know what, perhaps maybe Congressman St. Nicholas needs to declare his candidacy so we can get the money tomorrow. And if that's the case, then
that's what's happening, guys, is and I'll just be, they're reading the room right now. So the governor she's holding this money and she's like, oh, if Maguette doesn't run, then these mayors are screwed and they're going to have to really kiss up to me to get this money. But then on the other side, if Maguette does run and, if he does run, then it's going to be interesting because they're both kind of like vying for your affection. But right now, Congressman St. Nicholas has nothing to offer the mayor's council other than, hey, you guys know you should be getting, $4 gajillion. I mean, that's it. And so I can see where the governor is at. She's kind of holding this and seeing, do I really need to give these guys a lot of money or are they going to be up the creek without a paddle and I'll just give them the 17 mil and they can figure it out and it'll be good.
And oh shoot, I just lost my train of thought because I saw something. Sorry, but what bothers me is that it's been so long, and we really have not received anything. And you guys always ask about COVID pay.
I was about to ask about that again.
It's like, if COVID pay is included in that 17 million, gosh, our COVID pay is nothing compared to 17 million. I mean, it's probably. I'd be surprised if it reached $1 million.
Right.
And so if we're saying, well, we've been giving you COVID pay, well, we still, the staff still haven't received their pay since August. And so I'm just not sure. And if someone is right and the money was deposited in May and June, well, it's December. So I'm just, yes, it's come to a point where it's frustrating. It's come to a point where you have to kind of believe it's political as much as you don't want it to be political, because it's not, it's the people's money. But it is political. I mean, this is a political office, and you got to do what you got to do to survive, whether it's to survive in your office or to survive as a people. You just got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And perhaps that is what they have to do. And, perhaps they have their own strategy. In the meantime, we're kind of just sitting here, awing at the wall. like they say, right? Because that's what we have to do, is just, we don't have control over that money. And it's right. Should I go inside with Mike Nicholas? If I'm going to go inside with Mike Nicholas, and in the end, the governor has the governor says, okay, well, you're going to go with the congressman. Well, go ahead and go with the congressman, but I have the money, so I'm going to hold the money, I guess. Go ahead and let the congressman give you the money, and whatever money he's talking about, but he doesn't really have the money. And that's the games we play, right?
Yeah,
the politics.
That's the game. So on the COVID differential pay,
how's that?
It's current up to August, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
And then, so we had got a tip that you guys were anticipating maybe getting the balance of that by Christmas. Is there any accuracy to that? And do you have any idea what the balance is?
No, I think I mentioned to Sabrina one time, I said, I'll never, if someone tells me it's coming next week, I won't let anybody know until it's in the bank, because you can always say, oh, it's next week, and, timatu.
Yeah.
And what do? You can't, you just don't play with people's lives like that. You don't tell your staff, bank on it, because most of our staff live paycheck to paycheck, or most of our staff plan to use that money in a particular manner.
Yeah.
And you can't tell the staff it's going to come next week, and that they,
Yeah, that's why it hurts me. It hurts my heart, Mayor, because this is a Democrat administration, and when you talk about the Democratic ideals, I mean, they're supposed to be ideals that support the working people, and nobody's working as hard as the mayor's staff, and for them to not get their COVID differential pay, it's only very little. We're not talking about a $10,000 raise, which this administration has no problem giving out if you're swinging the right way. But if you're a mayor's staffer who's got to freaking shovel up a dead dog in the middle of the road, or who's got to clean up trash that the dog rid, or, any number of these tasks that these guys do. Right now, these staffers who are not getting their COVID differential pay, they're cleaning up after your ass at the beach because you partied at the beach this weekend and you trashed the whole beach. So now they're cleaning up after you. But I don't know why the little people just get forgotten. They're not even seen.
Yeah, and you're right. You're right when you say did, because that is what it is. It's not. It's basically a tip when you think about it.
Right.
I mean, it's
What is it, Mayor? Is it? It's what is it, like? How many cents an hour, or what percentage?
I can say that for most of them, it's just about an additional $100.
A paycheck, pay
paycheck,
period?
yeah.
Okay. And so then what is it, like a 5% of their hourly, or what is the actual rate?
I believe it's 10%, 10% of the hours that you worked, right? So it's not 8 hours, because we document the type of COVID work that you do, right? So it's not just everything. It has to be COVID related, pandemic related.
Right. And that's why it's only about $1 million. It's not like these guys are getting COVID differential pay for every single thing they do.
That's correct. Yeah. And it's because we're in a pandemic, and we still do pandemic work.
Yeah, I mean, if the governor doesn't want to pay the COVID differential pay, then call off the emergency, because it only seems like we're in this emergency when it's convenient for people. And right now, I mean, the people being inconvenienced are these mayor staffers.
Well, that's true. It is because of the emergency, and once that executive order is rescinded, or it's not renewed, then they certainly would not be able to qualify for any COVID pay.
And then everyone has to start playing by the rules again, which I mean,
yeah,
who wants to do that? Mayor, thank you for pissing me off this morning. Started out good, but because I know the mayor's staffers, these guys, they work so hard, man. They really do. And it's 10%. I don't know, why are we even talking about this? It's shameful. Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio, save the day. Like, you could actually do something meaningful and save the day and say, pay them right now. You know, it's so easy. It's chump change. But when you look at this ARP funding and who they're giving money to, it's like, why would you give money to these people ahead of the hardworking staffers, especially when we're talking about pennies compared to the $100 bills you're giving out? Anyway, thanks, Mayor. Anyway, thanks.
Okay. Have a good day.
You too.
Adios.
All right. There you go. Mayor's Council of Guam. Yeah, another campaign strategy. Rosemary Laguana chimes in. Yeah, the campaign strategy is hold on to this money as long as you can, and then next year give it out so that it's fresh in people's memories. And I'm like, oh, man, thanks for that. But, hey, if you're tired of being frustrated, if you're tired of complaining, then register to vote, guys. Okay? Don't be one of these people